Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome to my beauty stash. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. You know the drill. Before we begin, make sure you click on that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you never miss one of my video uploads. So today's video is a requested one. My friend Chris has a daughter who attends Mainstage Dance Studio in McAllen, Texas, and she asked me, how do I do my daughter's makeup? My daughter is 5 years old. How do I even begin? Where do I start? And I thought this video would be really beneficial, not just to her, but to all of the dance moms out there who really have no idea on how to do your daughter's makeup. So I'm hopefully going to be able to provide you with some tips and tricks on how to get your daughter's makeup to last throughout the entire dance performance, and just to give you all some ideas the next time you are doing their makeup. So I'm going to do my best to give you all both high-end and drugstore options for the makeup that I am going to use today. And you'll see I have two different eye looks on here. I created them using two different eyeshadow palettes. So let me start off first by showing you all the face products that I think you need to have in your dance mom beauty arsenal. Now, given your daughter's age, whether or not she needs a foundation, this step is going to be optional. The first thing you're going to want to do is prime your daughter's skin. Why do you need to prime? Because that's going to help the makeup adhere better to the skin and last longer. One of my favorite primers is from Sephora. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I do have the travel size. This retails for about $12 or $13, but I'm definitely going to leave the name and price of every product running down below, and a link will be included in the description box down below as well, so you guys can check that out. I find that this not only hydrates my skin, but it really makes my makeup last all day long. Now, a drugstore option would be the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. This will help to keep any oils away, and once our oils start coming through, that's when the makeup will start breaking up and slipping off of the face. Now, for foundation, this is going to depend on your daughter's age. If your daughter is young, 4, 6, 7, 8 years old, they don't really need to have a lot of foundation on their face. They have beautiful skin. But if you feel like your daughter needs maybe some powder or just a little bit of coverage, I would highly recommend going in with a powder foundation when they're that young. One of the powder foundations I like is from IT Cosmetics, and this is the Celebration Foundation. All you have to do is get a brush and start buffing this into her skin. Very easily, just light circular motions, and this will add a lot of coverage, but it's something that's going to be very lightweight on her skin. If you want a more drugstore friendly option, this one is the one from Milani. This is the Shine Proof Powder. This is a foundation powder as well. This one can be built up depending on the coverage you need, but powder foundations are probably going to be your best bet for my younger dancers out there. Now, if your daughter is a little bit older and she's accustomed to wearing foundation, then I have two from Estee Lauder that I highly recommend. The first one is the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This does a phenomenal job of staying put on my normal to oily skin. I'm sure your daughter has normal skin at this point in her life, but this is not going to go anywhere. This provides a beautiful canvas for the rest of the makeup application. The other one from Estee Lauder that I like and I've used for quite a while as well is the Double Wear Maximum Cover Camouflage Makeup. This one does contain SPF 15, so if your daughter has a performance outdoors, you definitely want to look for something that has that SPF factor in it. This covers everything. This is just really that high full coverage makeup. Maybe your daughter is unfortunately going through acne. Maybe she has some scarring on her face. This is definitely going to cover it. Now, from the drugstore, unfortunately, I only have one recommendation for you, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This one does such a great job of just staying put, of lasting all day. Another L'Oreal foundation that I really like is the Fresh Wear foundation, although I don't have that one in front of me, but I will leave a picture of it right here so that way you guys can know which one I'm referring to. That one has SPF in it as well, and that one does a great job of staying put all day. Now, if your daughter needs a little bit of concealer, I highly recommend these two from the drugstore. This is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible full coverage or full wear concealer. Both of these come in a wide array of shades, and you're definitely going to get full coverage out of these. Now for bronzer, I have just one bronzer that I'm going to recommend to you all, and this is from the drugstore. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Now for my younger dancers out there, you don't need to bronze up their cheekbones or anything. The only place I'm going to recommend that you add bronzer to on my younger girls is just their forehead. So as you can see, I have a little bit of bronzer just right up here. Just kind of dip into the bronzer with your blending brush and just kind of swirl around. This is just going to help add some definition to the forehead, because I know most dancers, they have their hair slick back. They have maybe a headpiece going on or a tight high bun or something like that. And the forehead is going to be very prominent. So to kind of take away from that, adding the bronzer is really going to help just diffuse the area and just give that nice warmth, that nice little glow to the skin. Now for blush, I have two drugstore recommendations. Because I know the dancers need to wear more pink blush, I have this one here that I've been loving the last couple months. This is from Unicorn Glow. This one is available at CVS, and this one is in the shade Peach Berry. That is what it looks like. It's not an intense pink, but it is highly pigmented. It is buildable, but you'll find just with one dip of your brush, it's going to give immediate payoff. Another blush that I love from the drugstore is Milani, and this is the Baked Blush. This one is in the shade Dolce Pink. This one does have a nice shimmer effect to it. So I could totally see any one of my dancers really benefiting from this, because it's really, really going to make her cheeks pop. Now for highlighters, I have three from the drugstore that I'm going to highly recommend to you all. And let me just start off by saying, I think that you're going to get more payoff, more intensity going in with a loose highlighter. So the first two I'm going to show you are loose highlighters. Now beware, because these can get a little bit messy, but if you're doing your daughter's makeup at a table or in front of a vanity, you have a stable surface to place it. I don't think you're going to find that this is going to be a huge mess. The first one I'm going to show you is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Highlighter, and this one is in the shade, this one is Snow Much Ice. And the other one I want to show you that's in the loose formula, this is from Wet n Wild. This is from the Bretman Rock collaboration. You actually get two different shades of highlighter in here. So depending on your daughter's skin tone, that would be the shade you want to use. If she's more of a fair complexion, you're going to want to go in with this pale gold. If she has a deeper complexion, you want to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to apply actually a little bit of this. I'm just going to show you how I apply it, even though I already have highlighter on, but that's okay. We can always use more highlighter. So this is what it looks like. Both highlighters have a protective plastic sealer right here that you can just lift up and place back down when you're done. So I'm just going to get a little brush, kind of just swirl it in there. And I'm going to apply this to the high points of my face, just like that. This is an intense highlighter. Remember, I already had highlighter on, so I'm just adding more to my glow, but that's okay, because this is stage makeup. This really needs to stand out. You can just put a little bit on the forehead like that, a little bit right here at the top of the nose, right here at the tip of the nose. I already have lipstick on, but you could even put a little bit right there on the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin. But highlight just takes the look to the next level. I'm gonna place a little bit of that highlight like right there under my eyebrow. Now, if you think that the loose highlighter is going to be a little too messy, or maybe it's just a little too intense, then I recommend this Flower Beauty. This is the Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. You can find this at Ulta Beauty. It did come with a brush right here, but I took that out. But you have three different shades in here. These have really, really great payoff, and they just go on so buttery smooth, and they last. That intensity lasts all day. So I highly recommend this Flower Beauty palette. and of course the other two loose highlighters that I showed you, you're definitely going to get that nice glow, that nice shimmer to the cheekbones and to anywhere on the face that you apply it. Now, once I get done applying all of my face products, which were all of the ones that I just mentioned, I like to set my face. And for that, I recommend this Bioderma Hydra Bio Mist. This is especially formulated for sensitive skin. And you'll see that down here at the bottom, it is good for people of all ages. So what this is just like a fine water mist, but it's going to help hydrate the skin, refresh, and tone the skin as well. So you want to make sure you shake it up really well. Oh, and it feels so nice, so cooling to the face. But this is going to really help to mesh all of the products together. So now that I've showed you guys all of the face products, it's time to jump into the eyeshadow tutorial portion of today's video. All right, so let's get started with the eye look I have for y'all today. You'll notice that I already have my face products on. I recommend that you wait on your face products, do the eyes first, then jump in to the face products. That way it's easier to clean up any mistakes, or if you got any fallout, it's just easier to clean it up and wipe it away when you don't have anything on your face. And I know little girls, they tend to squirm and they don't want to sit still. And who really wants to be sitting still for about an hour, 30 minutes, however long it's going to take to get your makeup done. So we want to make this as quick and painless as possible. So eyes first, then face. Let's get started. So the eye brush set that I'm going to be using is from ColourPop, and this is actually a full face brush set. This is the Ultimate Brush Roll. I picked this up from the ColourPop website, and I want to say I got it on sale for like 30 bucks. Regular price on it is like 42 bucks. You can't go wrong with this. This is a really great makeup brush set. Now, since I already have my face products on, I'm going to pick up a little bit of loose setting powder and I'm going to apply it right in here just so that it catches any of the fallout that I might get during the eyeshadow application process. And the powder I'm using is the CoverGirl Clean Professional Translucent Setting Powder. This is definitely one of my favorites from the drugstore. So on the right eye, I'm going to be doing the more simple yet impactful eye look. And this is what I'm thinking that's going to be best suited for the 4 to 9-year-old range. I know that's really young to be wearing a lot of makeup, so maybe this is something that can help you all create a great, impactful, vibrant eye with not so much makeup going on. So on the right eye, I will be going in with the Wet n Wild and Bretman Rock eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like. So of course, we're going to focus on these shades right here. You do have pink, you also have black, you have all the colors you need in here to get a nice, vibrant eye look. But since I want this to be the less intense eye, I'm just going to use a couple colors in this and make it really pop with the liquid glitter. So I'm going to apply Coconut Connoisseur all over the eyelid. I've already primed my eyes using the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This is in the shade Cream. Using an eyeshadow primer will really help intensify the eye look and make the eyeshadow stick all day long. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Deeper and I'm going to apply that all over the eyelid, and I'm just keeping it on the eyelid. I'm not working it up into the crease at all. That will come later. I'm going to spray my brush. You can use water, you can use setting spray for this. I like to spray all of my shimmer shades just because I feel it helps them adhere better to the brush and therefore on the eyelid. So you'll notice it is only on my eyelid. I didn't bring it up too much, and that's important. We're going for a less dramatic eye look on this eye. This is gonna be for my younger girls out there. Now I'm gonna take this little tapered blending brush right here, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the blue again, deeper, but because I'm going in with a different style of brush and I'm gonna be applying it in a different way, it's going to go on a little bit less intense than it is right now. And I'm just going to swirl that light little circular motions in my eye crease. You can even use back and forth motions. Anything works really. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of Anaconda right here. And I'm also going to work that in the crease using the same brush. Now, since the traditional colors are blue and pink for the stage makeup, I'm gonna take a little bit of flamingo right here, and I'm gonna work that on the lower lash line. You'll see I just kind of flicked it out ever so lightly. Now for the fun part, we're gonna go in with our liquid glitter, and the first one I'll be using is from the brand Stila. I also have a drugstore dupe for this one, and it is the Profusion liquid, or this is the sparkling eye topper, and this one is in the shade Twinkle. I also have another option for you. This is the BH Cosmetics. This is the eye lights, and this one is a blue shade. So if you're not wanting to apply something that's more glittery and sparkly, this would be another good option for you all to consider. You can find these on the BH Cosmetics website, and I want to say they're even available on Ulta Beauty's website. All right, so let's use the Profusion one. So all I'm going to do, this is the way the applicator looks. So I really want you to focus on the inner corner and then kind of spread it out, and you'll see what I mean by how I'm going to apply this. So I'm going to start like right there. That's a lot, okay? And I'm just bringing it up. Very light pressure. I'm going to take a little brush and just kind of move it around, make sure everything is covered. Now I feel like I have a little bit right there on my eyelid that doesn't want to get covered. So I'm going to dive back into the deeper shade in the palette, and I'm just going to pick some up on that little brush. I'm going to press it in there. And you'll see that by doing this, it just really helps to merge the glitter with the shadow. Now I'm going to go back in with the blending brush. There's nothing on it. And I'm just going to go over my crease area. If you wanted to, you could easily extend the glitter all the way to the end. I like it focused mainly on the inner to middle portion of the eyelid, but I will leave that up to you just because I want that blue to show up. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to add eyeliner, and this is going to be an optional step, especially if you have younger girls that are constantly just touching their face and their eyes. You don't really necessarily want to use eyeliner. Maybe just a little bit of mascara would be enough because this eye look is impactful on its own. But for those of you out there who still want to use eyeliner, I'm going to go in with this new one from Wet n Wild, and this is called the Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is in a pen form. I love this a lot. It recently came out, and I picked this one up at Target. And all I'm going to do is just make a line. A simple little line. You don't need to worry about doing a wing. Now, if you wanted to do a wing, that's up to you. You can do that. I think just a simple line is good enough. Now for mascara, I'm going to recommend that you all go for a waterproof mascara just because these girls are dancing, they're going to get hot, sweaty, they might be performing outside, there might be humidity, there might be rain, you never know what's going to go on, and waterproof mascara just tends to hold the curl longer and it tends to not smudge and smear and flake. So the one I'm going to be using today is the Monsieur Big Waterproof Mascara. This is from Lancome. Now, if you want to apply eyelashes, if your little girl will allow you to apply the eyelashes, then by all means apply eyelashes. But I think for the younger girls, I think just a little bit of mascara, I think that will suffice. The last thing I'm going to do to this eye look is apply a black eyeliner on my upper and lower waterlines. And I'm going to go in with another Wet n Wild eyeliner, and this is also a new one. This is their Breakup Proof Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner. This one is in the shade Black. And this is just what a regular eyeliner will look like, a regular eyeliner pencil. And I'm going to apply that just in the waterline. And then I'm going to do the upper waterline. Now your little girl might not allow you to do either. If she doesn't, that's totally okay. If you're able to do just one, I would definitely do the lower one. Right, so now I'm going to dust off the powder that I have on this side of my face. So this is the completed, less intense, but yet impactful eye look. This one I think is better for the younger girls out there who aren't gonna let you spend a lot of time working on their eyes. You'll see that I really just used one main color, which was that blue shade, and I applied just a little bit of the green shade in the crease. And of course, what really helps this eye look stand out is the liquid glitter from Profusion. I think that's just the easiest thing that you can do. Just add some glitter on the eye look and it's gonna be seen from miles away. Trust me on that. Now let's jump over to the left eye, and for the left side of my face I'm going to be using a different eyeshadow palette. This one is the Morphe by James Charles eyeshadow palette. This is a big eyeshadow palette, but trust me, you're going to want to get it because you have every single color in here that you could possibly need. They do make a smaller version of this eyeshadow palette, although I've heard some people saying that it's not the same formula as this one, that it's lesser quality. It even has, bad reviews on it. I've had no problems using this palette. I've had it in my collection for quite a while. I love Morphe products, and I really think this is a great palette. This is probably something that you're gonna need to have in your your dance mom beauty arsenal. So definitely consider picking this one up. You can for sure buy it at Ulta. That's where I got mine, and of course on the Morphe website. All right, so the left eye is going to be our more dramatic eye, our more traditional eye makeup look. And for that, the first shade I'm going to be going in with is this white shade right here. And I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid, and I'm especially going to focus it on the brow bone. Now I'm going to take some of this blue shade right here, and I'm going to start packing that on the eyelid, kind of like the same way I did on the right eye. I did not wet the brush on this one. This is a matte shade. So with matte shades, you don't really have to wet the brush. It's more so with shimmer shades so that you really get that shimmer payoff from it. But again, I'm not taking it up too high. I'm just focusing it on the eyelid. Now I'm going to go in with this lighter blue shade right here, and I'm going to pack that on a little on top of what I just did and kind of work it into the crease. And I'm going to use the same brush for it. So I'm just packing it right here. I'm not spreading it out. I'm just placing it. Not taking it up too high either. Now I'm going to take a small little tapered blending brush like this. There's nothing on it. I've already wiped it off. It's just a stain on the brush. And I'm just going to slowly kind of blend that shade I just applied. Just very, very carefully. Right on top. Just kind of diffusing the edges there. Okay, now we're gonna add some pink to this, and I'm gonna go in with this pink shade right here. Now I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is a more fluffy brush, and I'm going to start building that in the crease area, right on top. Then I'm gonna also bring that out a little bit down here. I'm kind of winging it a little bit. And then down here. You can go as far out with the wing as your daughter lets you, as you like. Really light-handed out here when you're flicking it. Then I'm going to go back in with the first blue shade, intensify that as well. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of this black eyeshadow right here, but I'm going to leave this step optional. If you feel like the eye look is intense enough the way it is, which I think it is, but to really deepen up that crease, just to really make it pop some more, the black eyeshadow is just going to help you darken it up. So I'm going to apply that right out here. And you're mainly applying this on the outer portion and working it right in here into the crease. And that's really why they include a black eyeshadow, is just to intensify the eye look, to deepen it up. But you really want to work in small little sections with it. And it's just mainly going out here. Now I'm going to go back in with the first blue shade and just kind of build that up again, just so that everything is blending. I'm going to go back in with the second blue shade. And I'm going to go back in with the pink. The key to all this is just blending. And I know it's hard when you have a daughter who's anxious, who might be nervous, who's excited, they don't want to sit still. But if they let you, if they're a little bit older, really, really want to blend everything. Now for the lower lash line, since we kind of have like a purple going on up here, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this purple shade right here. I'm going to kind of bring it up so that it meets first eyeshadow there. I'm just working this on the outer portion to middle. I'm not taking it all the way. Now for the inner portion, I want to try adding this fun pop of yellow right here to the inner portion of the lower lash line. Now this I'll leave up to you. If you don't think yellow fits in with it, then you can just take that purple shade all the way across. Now I'm gonna take a little, this is like an eyeliner brush. It's a little angled liner brush like this. I'm gonna pick up some of the black shade and I'm gonna work that just right here, very close to the lash line. And this is staying more so where that purple shade is. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with that purple shade. Now the eye look could very easily stay the way it is. You can just add a little bit of eyeliner, a lash, mascara, and then be good to go. I want to incorporate a little of the BH Cosmetics eye lights, and this one I'm going to be using is in the shade Gnarly. I'm going to place a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I'm going to go back in, I'm going to intensify that yellow a little bit, and that's what it is. It's a lot of just going back, blending, going back, adding some more, because it's always better to add more than to try and take some off. So just work in little sections and add whenever you feel like you've kind of, taken a little bit off. Maybe you were blending another shade on top of it and some of it, the other shade lost its intensity. That's why we just keep going back and adding. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add a little bit of this shimmer shade right here. It's like a pale gold shimmer shade. And I'm going to apply that kind of just right in the inner corner where I have the yellow. And for that, I am definitely going to spray my brush. You know what? I'm going to add this to the other eye also. Let's add a little bit of eyeliner to this look. Now I'll be using the same two eyeliners that I used on the right eye. And for this eye, I'm definitely going to add a little bit of a wing to it. All right, now let me go in with some mascara. Now I'm going to add some of the black eyeliner to the upper and lower waterlines. Now let's move on to lips, because red lips are really important, and I have some options for you out there. The first thing that I want to tell you guys is to make sure you have a red lip liner. This one is an oldie but a goodie. This one is from Sephora. Of course, you can pick up like a Wet n Wild or an Essence one at Ulta. You don't need to spend a lot of money on your lip liner. So let's go ahead and start lining the lips. Now, as far as red lipsticks are concerned, I have a couple of drugstore options for you. These are the new Wet n Wild Mega Last Matte Lipsticks. They come in 13 different shades, and you can find these at Target, both in-store and online, and of course on the Wet n Wild website. This first shade that I have here is Spotlight Red. You can see what that looks like. Really, really pretty, kind of like a cool tone red. And another shade that I want to show you guys, actually I think I might use that one. This one is in the shade Red Velvet. And these have really great staying power. They stay put, and they're a comfortable matte lipstick. So I'm definitely think I'm gonna go in with one of these Wet n Wild ones. Oh, guys, and they're $1.99. So yeah, you can't beat that. I also like this Unicorn Glow Color Squeeze Tint. This one you can find it at CVS. This is more, I guess, on the pinky red side. This one is in the shade Poppy Pink, and it's the one up here at the top. And high-end lipsticks, I love Urban Decay. This one is in the shade 69. It's right there, the one going vertical. A really, really pretty shade. These last all day long, these Urban Decay lipsticks. For today's look, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Last lip color, and this one is in the shade Spotlight Red. All right, now the last thing you want to do is set your face, and I'm going to go in with my Holy Grail setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray is magic in a bottle. It is really going to help your daughter's makeup stay in place throughout the duration of her performance, whether it be inside or outside. It is definitely going to make the makeup hold up throughout the entire day. So that completes the dance makeup tutorial for today. You have two different eye looks going on here. This is more for the younger girls who don't necessarily need to have that dramatic of an eye look going on. And this is for my older beauties, my older dancers that really want to have that vibrant eye, really want to make it pop. So you all choose which one is best going to fit your needs. I want to wish all of the young ladies out there at Mainstage Dance Studio in McAllen, Texas, the best of luck on your upcoming dance performances. It was such a pleasure and such an honor to get to make this video for you all. A special thank you to Chris and Hayden for requesting today's video. You guys have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink your water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.